Yes, that went much better than expected. Yeah, I'm recording. Hello there, dear viewer. You're probably just someone who I forced to watch this sometime later, or someone else forced to watch this. Yes, I'm just gonna warn you in advance that this is probably gonna be a long video on nonsense and music theory, but if you're into that sort of stuff, you can watch on. Well, I seriously hope you are, because I am. I and a group of friends have started work on a game. Yes, the group is Mush. I've started work on a game. This is we haven't come up with a name for it yet. We've just for now called it the light game. Uh, because of the main mechanic, you must stay within the light and all that jazz. Anyways, I actually already filmed me talking about this before, but it was I ran into some technical difficulties, and it was a cringy block uh, of a cringy block of 22 a cringy 22-minute block of stuttering. There we go. Sorry about that. And it's also awkward. 22 minutes. Yeah. I have been tasked with creating the music for the game because that's what I do. I'm the musicer. Yeah, I'm also the artist here. So I recently came across this technique. Well, it's not really a technique. It's something. Not a, well, it's something that composers like to do. Uh, uh, which is they write a particular bit of material, melodic material or musical material, uh, meant to be associated with a person, a place, or an idea in a story. This is to aid in storytelling. Yes, I do believe a lot of composers use it. Think this is called well, I don't know what it's called. Um, uh, so our main character in our game here, this is Nyx. This is some concept art of Nyx I drew a while back. Well, this is a concept art of Nyx I drew a while back, and it's our main character, protagonist Nyx. Yes, there. So in the story, Nyx is gonna be doing a few things, so I will have to score a lot of levels, because a lot of the time Nyx is gonna be there. Actually, I think all the time, since you play as Nyx. So I wrote a theme that I think would fit Nyx's character. Here in this in the game here, um, Nyx runs away in the dead of the night to find her lost snake, Pita. I didn't name it. But Mateo did. So don't blame me. Lost snake, Pita, and she runs into the woodland area and gets lost there for quite some time. Thought I'd write a theme that would um, fit Nyx's character here. This is what I'm gonna go over in the video. This is the theme. It can be developed even further, but I wanted to keep it simple. What was I thinking here? So naturally, started on the home note, the tonic. I believe it's called note tonic. Is the when we're referring to chords and chord function. Uh, well, since here we're in the key of C, whichever that is the root. No, not the root. Whatever you call that. Then, uh, so here are note that we're, well, I'll just call it the root for now. I don't really know what to call it. Music theory music terminology is kind of hard. So again, do. So we start with do since we're in C major. We're in a, this is originally intended to be. So we start on our home note or our root. I don't really know what it's called, and we jump. So it sounds fairly. You sound very at home, very stable in this one. Yeah, since it is the root, and then we jump to the fifth. Well, we drop down. Um, we jump down, but it's the fifth of our note here. If you're to, but because of the order, you hear this as the fifth. You won't think, oh, it's in the key of G, and this is the fourth. Yes, you could do that probably if you want to, but this is, I find that this helps. Okay, anyways, da, da, da. So you jump down to the fifth, which is always as you can see in a lot of music in media for these days, is very common. Bottom jumping to the fifth. It has a very heroic feel. Yep. And I thought, since Nyx is our protagonist, I could add that there somewhere. Add a fifth. Boom, da, dun. But instead of it being dun, 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 well, we should generally give it that. I reversed it, made it jump down instead, so it would, I suppose, make it a little bit less epic, a little bit subtler, but it still has that protagonist heroic feel. Then bum button. So if you simplify this, that would just be dun dun dun. Then an octave jump. Dun dun dun. Sorry, I can't reach that. Dun 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 dun. Okay, sorry. We tried transposing that a bit so it would be easier for me to sing. Vocal range is horrible. Anyways, it goes okay from the root down to the fifth, stays there for a bit, then up an octave to the fifth above. Again, keeps the tension. Since the fifth always has tension. Well, unless you're playing the home chord, but it would have some tension in order to keep the melody moving. And what I liked about this particular theme is it always has that feeling. Well, I've developed it, of course, and it has that feeling of continuous, always moving, and always, but still lost, but still always moving. Okay, please edit out that first part, which I feel reflects Nyx's character, always moving, trying to find a way out. It as you can see here, doesn't really settle on the root here, where it does here, but that is it does here, but it's being played over another chord in, well, at least where I developed it. Probably when she gets home, you could have this final cadence, and this is like sudden Picardy third. Bam 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 ba-dam. Yeah, just bam ba-dam, dun, dun. Finally at home. Yeah, it has that satisfying resolution. Anyways, so I added this little bit of a, suppose it's not really an ornament since it's very important as well as it will be repeated throughout the melody. Ba da da ba ba da. Yes. Bamba, that introduces, since here you can't really tell if you just play the root and then the fifth. Here you can't really tell whether it's in a major or a minor or possibly even a mixolydian key. Sorry, key scale. So I added this to at least to introduce the minor third of the in the theme to give it, make it slightly darker, but only for a little bit before resolving up here, so it doesn't make it too dark. Again, always moving, even when it gets dark. Always moving. Sorry, horrible. Dun, 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 dun. I added this here because again, uh, Sol, the fifth of in the key that we're in. Well, the fifth of Sol is Re here, and naturally the fifth has a tension that wants to resolve to, well, the root. So if we pretend here that Sol G is the root, and then this would be the fifth, and it would want to resolve to the root. So I added this here so that it would want to resolve into here, but it's not a perfect resolution since it's but since we're our key, the key that we're in is the key of C, and this note will not be played over a C chord. So it has a feeling of resolution because of this. Dun 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 dun, feeling of resolution, but it's still not quite resolved. So, but instead of leaving it there or leaving it there for like a little bit before developing the melody even more, again Nix keeps on going. Na na na. Done. Over here, I wanted to approach this to make it because the third minor third here, that would make it darker. Again, that would darken it a bit, which I wanted to do. Dun 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 dun. Sorry, terrible singing. So here, what I did was I just played notes below and above to kind of hug it, sort of around it, so that it would want to. You see this in a lot of music, where particularly towards endings, dun dun dun, it just wants to resolve here. It's like when you have a diminished, like a diminished chord. You say you have B diminished. It wants to resolve to C, because if you look at B diminished here, these notes hug the tonic. The C wants to resolve to the Do here, and so does the Re. Also wants to resolve. The Re also wants to resolve to the Do. Could also resolve to the Mi. And the Fa over here wants to, since it's a half step over the Mi, wants to resolve to the Mi as well. Probably, but it's a little bit of a stretch. It also wants to resolve to the Sol, but that not really. So it has that very satisfying resolution there. Na na na, da 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 da. Since it darkened it here, it lasted a bit longer, probably just 1/16, not longer actually. Dun 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 dun. As you can see, what I did here was I hugged here the root note again to give it dun dun, wrapped around it before resolving there, but it isn't a full resolution since it's not being played over the since the C chord is not being played over there. So it's also the what's it called, the third in the fifth of a G major chord, which, as we know, is the fifth of C, which naturally wants to resolve to the root, well, naturally, which is in this case C. So this wants to resolve to C, but we're not we're giving it a little resolution, but not a full resolution. So it's as if you're walking in the forest, wooded area, and then you think you're close to home. Dun, your tension builds up. You think you're there. Dun, and then you're tricked. It's not really. That's not really it. You're not. It's not a full resolution. It's like, it's a bit deceiving. Well, it has a particularly nice feel, and I thought it would fit the predicament that Nyx is in and Nyx's character and tendency to always keep moving, no matter what is in her way. Now, because the video might be getting too long, I'll cut this right here. So, I'll be uploading one soon, unless of course, yeah, yes, I will be uploading one soon here, and I will be tackling this wooded area, or woodland area, sorry, theme that I wrote. Okay, I'll be breaking it down, showing you how it works, and hopefully you can learn something from it. Well, until then, thank you very much for watching this, and please, I do believe that there is a the subscribe button is in the new YouTube layout. It's just below the video, so please press that if you want to be notified whenever any of the four of us upload anything new. And thank you for watching. Goodbye.